here we go. Never a dull moment in this place. Lovely Academy City.
All right, and welcome everybody to the stream. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all doing amazing. Hey, guess what? It's that time of night, or it's that week. It's time of the week. Sorry, I'm going to readjust my camera. What about now? Yeah, that's good. But welcome. We're about to get ready to do another episode of UnNerded live tonight. I'm going to be joined with a few guests, someone that's going to pipe up every once in a while, but you know, we're gonna have some fun tonight. It's gonna be a blast and everything. But first and foremost, thanks everyone. We are here. We're going to be discussing a few things. We'll get into that when we get into the podcast and everything. And yeah, I just want to thank everyone that's been supporting this. The YouTube channel is slowly growing, which is awesome. Obviously, it's going to take some time for it to gain any traction, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And edits are taking me some time, so thank you for understanding that it takes a little bit, you know. I usually take most of Friday when I'm not working, not answering calls primarily, and doing a whole bunch of other stuff to do what I can for edits and everything. So thanks everyone for dealing with all of that. And of course, on the Spotify side, if anyone comes over from Spotify, thanks for supporting over there. I haven't actually looked at the numbers. I try not to look at numbers because I try not to, because otherwise I get depressed and then I don't want to do things. So that's how that is. But I want to thank everyone for that. We are going to be getting in. We are going to be joined by a few people, and we'll get that all announced here shortly. And yeah, I think that's about all I can think of that I need to say. I'm just sitting here listening to some music while we finish that up. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So let's put this right here for now. All right. So yeah, I gotta just get everyone in, and then we are going to go from there. I am actually going to deafen and drag everyone in, and then I'll just open that, and then I will get everyone all set up here in a brief moment. So yeah, we'll get over. I'm going to unmute, and gonna be a good night. So yeah, that's how that's going to be. All right, you guys should be able to hear me now. You guys good? Hello. Wrong thing. I have to look at that, and then oh hey, look, I didn't have to adjust anything this time. It's a surprise.
Oh wow!
Wow, I didn't have to.
Surprise, you say?
Yeah, I didn't have to adjust anything. I wonder what happened.
Surprise, you say?
Oh yeah, I have to re-turn this on, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. I had to mute stream so that way I could not get double echo here.
Yeah.
Echo. You're worried about echo? Coward.
I was worried about echo last week. Be honest about that, okay? All right, so I can put that there. Cool. Hit that button. At least get the recording going now. All right. So I have to make sure I can see most of the chats. By most of the chats, I mean our Twitch and the YouTubes, the YubTubs.
The tubs.
Oob tubes.
I'm also not drinking this episode, so it's gonna be interesting.
Oh no.
We're
dealing with sober kid.
Yeah, well, I'm
scared.
I'm doing a cleanse week this week. I'm like, I can't buy alcohol this week. I just
fair
need
enough.
to flush
Good
it out
on
of
you,
my
man.
system. I can be drunk all next week.
Oh, well, there goes the positivity.
What do you mean? We can keep the positivity up. Maybe
It's just this week until the weekend, right?
Yep, till the weekend. All right.
Oh,
That's true.
And it goes all out the window.
Sunday.
As soon as Night Rain's available.
You drink during that.
Goodness,
Oh
dude.
gosh.
A shot for every dead boss.
Jeez.
He would be
No,
sloshed. by the
no,
end
a
of
shot per every dead boss. Are we talking world bosses or like day or night bosses?
Night bosses.
Oh,
no.
then
He'd be
I'll be fine.
sober throughout the entire
I'd be
night.
sober. I
I'll eat
start
it.
getting a little buzz, but all right. Okay, let me get this started before I lose my train of thought on everything.
Go right ahead.
All right, and welcome everybody to another episode of the UnNerded podcast, where we're doomed to lose our nerd cards. I am one of your hosts, Kit. This week, I'm not actually joined by Kayla or Probo. In fact, I've got three other people around me. I'm actually joined this week by this way. Chow, the Chow me. Chow me. We call him Chow. Last Avenger down in the corner. He's in the gray. And then, of course, right under me is my mod and good friend, Zal. I'm not going to say his full name because no one can pronounce it. So we just call him Z.
Like being difficult.
Yeah, he likes being difficult. He also likes the cheeks, but that's besides the point.
Oh gosh.
Hey man, cheeks are cheeks. We don't discriminate here.
But welcome everyone to another episode. Yeah, this week we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna talk a little bit on some of the past topics we've had in the past few weeks, but we're also gonna be talking about a little thing that came and gone, that Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcase. So just a couple small things. We're not gonna touch much on Sony's because we already did that, and Sony's was good, but it wasn't great. It still had some good pops for me.
It had some good things in it.
Listen, tactics is all I needed. So that's all
No,
I care.
legit. I've been playing it on
to
my
be
PSP.
to be fair, I only watched the Summer Games Fest all the way up until I saw the Liza P DLC, and then I stopped.
Then you stopped.
Just
Then you
being fair.
stopped.
Just being fair.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. I was waiting with bated breath to see what the Mecha Break announcement stuff was, and I was pleasantly surprised and happy about it.
Do we have a release date?
July 1st.
Oh, so okay, nice. We're getting title update 2 from Monster Hunter Wilds and Mecha Break in the same week. That's crazy.
Roughly, yeah. End of June for title update 2, and then Mecha Break July 1st, and all 12 mechs will be unlocked. Mods in 3v3 and 6v6 competitive will be banned, so you can't have any modifications on your mech. Those are only for Ashmok now, so no more being cheeky with your mods. So yeah, but before we really get into that, because I will nerd out about Mecha Break, let's go ahead. Let's start off with the first thing on Summer Games Fest, and the one thing that Z knows I dislike. I'm sure Heroes somewhere in the universe hearing me say this and laughing hysterically. But the first game they showcased was Mortal Shell 2.
Oh, don't remind me.
Wow, I'm glad everyone's got about the same reaction as I did. This.
Believe me, I had to listen to my older brother talk to me about it, and I had to ask him to go seek help and find something to love himself about.
I will always state this. I have a living hatred for Mortal Shell, and I only play the demo.
Mhm.
And people are like, "Well, you should give it an actual shot." I'm like, "Nah, fuck that shit. That game was." Listen, we
I
gave
saw the struggle.
yeah.
I saw the
Yeah, it
struggle.
was-
Yeah.
I actually bought it on my PlayStation
I'm
a
sorry.
little while ago, and
Ooh.
yeah, worst $5 I ever spent.
They couldn't pay me $5 for me to play that game again.
I
Okay?
paid $5 to play it, and I beat it, and I hate myself for it.
They could pay me $1 million. I'd be like, no, fuck off. Listen, it's one of the few Souls-like games that honestly ranks lower than Lords of the Fallen, and Z and I torn that game
That's
apart.
saying
Isn't that
something.
getting a sequel?
Yes.
Lords of the Fallen, yes.
I was supposed to say I thought I heard about that.
That one apparently is getting a sequel. They did do a whole bunch of fixes, so I'm willing to give it another shot, but I'm not expecting much. My expectations are low. At least they gave us a
Robo.
dedicated jump button for free. So yes, Mortal Shell for free. Yeah, nah.
That is insane.
Can't
believe it.
Yeah, so that was like I was like, whatever. I don't care. It's Mortal Shell. Boo, boo. And
Big
then literally the next game got me hyped because it gave us this like really cool or interesting castle. I'm like, okay, blah blah, and then an anime character. I'm like, we're getting like an anime version of DMC. I'm looking and weird like heart thing. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then it goes to the silhouette as the character kills something, and you see this giant claw come from him. And immediately I just stopped. I'm like, oh, Code Vein 2!
Oh, that looks so good.
I lost it with that one.
Good.
I'm honestly not hyped about it.
You don't like
I've
anime
never-
Souls?
I've
I've never
it.
played a Code Vein game. I
Hear
want
me,
to play
hear me
it now
out.
because of that.
I have it. I played through it until like maybe the second main boss with a friend, and it was boring. I did not enjoy it.
Don't play it with a friend. Play it solo.
I tried playing it solo too. I still didn't enjoy it.
Like, play true solo. Don't have your ally with you.
No ally at all. Just
No
true
ally.
solo.
True solo.
You know what? I will give it another try. True solo. And
I-
then I'll
And
come back to
and
you
then
with actual criticism
then when you get to there's a certain boss fight, then you're gonna be like, okay, this is where it starts getting and Orlando. So let's just put it that way.
Oh, and Rolando. Okay.
It's like playing Liza P without a Spectre.
Yep. It's like, well, Code Vein always has your partner, and the partner makes that game a lot easier because they can sacrifice part of their health to res you when you're down. So
Really?
that's why this game is a really easy game, because if you run with a friend or you run with an NPC, they'll res you. As long as they have health, they'll res you. Oh, and it's on off cooldown, because that ability is a cooldown ability. So they'll pick you back up, and then you can get back into it.
Okay.
So that's why if you really actually want it challenging, play it without having the companion with you. And you'll be like, okay, this is where it actually starts getting difficult. There's a lot of things in that game that makes it easy, but it's not as hard as a Dark Souls or Demon Souls. It's got a good difficulty to it, though. Honestly, it's a good entry into Souls games. Personally, so.
Okay.
Like, if no one's ever played a Souls game, I say pick that up, because that's like the best entry you can get into. Because
See, in my opinion, the best Souls game to get into is DS2. Personally,
DS2 is not, because DS2 you can just cheese it just like Demon Souls. Once you unlock magic, you just
And
fully the
here
game.
I was
exactly.
just skipping all the Dark Souls and just going straight
mean-
into Demon Souls and Elden Ring.
See, I've never played Demon Souls.
You should.
To be fair, my entry game for Dark Souls was Dark Souls 2, the vanilla before all the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And I rage quit the
It,
first time I played it.
So I hear weakness on the other side of the table.
I
crazy.
mean,
No.
to
I
be
picked,
fair,
I
one of
picked
the
it back
bosses,
up. Here's the
one
thing.
of the
Here's the thing.
bosses made me rage quit in Demon Souls. To be fair,
Here's the thing. I picked it up not knowing a single thing about the series, game, what have you.
Okay.
Raged, put it down. Went off to learn my job. And while I was there, a couple of people were sitting around playing it, and I was like, y'all know how to play this? And they're
Probably
like,
you don't know what you're
yeah.
talking about.
They're like, yeah. So I went, if I brought my copy, would you teach me? And they taught me.
Yeah.
and that's how I got in.
I was going to say my first entry was Demon Souls,
Oh God.
Mine was DS3.
and then I put it down. Then I picked up DS2. Then I put that down. I got about halfway through, and this is vanilla. So vanilla, like Chow, you talk about DS2, and you have Scholar of the First Sin, DS2. This is vanilla DS2, which was horrible. It was a
Oh,
rushed out
I've heard the
version of
stories.
Dark Souls because from Soft wanted to turn in a quick buck on it because Miyazaki doesn't like sequels. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm putting it down. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Broke a controller on it because I just wanted to go fight a boss, and I kept getting invaded, and I was just done with it.
Oh, like I was today. Makes
And
sense.
then PS4 came out. I'm like, okay, blah blah. Bloodborne came out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it one more shot. This is my last attempt at a Souls game. Let's see. I played through and beat Bloodborne completely and went, oh yeah, this is my personality now.
This is my
Bloodborne
whole
is a
thing.
amazing game.
Bloodborne
is a life-changing event, honestly.
is literally one of my favorite games of all time. So it's also
Have
the
you,
only
have you,
reason I'm good with Souls games now.
have you guys heard of the article where a guy really wanted to buy Bloodborne, but he was like dead broke because he bought smokes every month, and so he actually quit smoking so he could buy Bloodborne back then. And I believe ever since then he hasn't smoked since.
Good for him.
Yeah, very good for him.
Like your shirt, Kit.
It's a nice shirt.
Just remember, it's
Dodge.
fitting because we're talking about Souls games right now. But yeah,
Very.
I just added a Dodge soundbite to my sound words today too. That's hilarious.
so and then I played through Dark Souls 3 solo, and then Z and I have done two
A couple.
complete
three.
runs, 2 or 3 complete runs of Dark Souls 3. We need to do a fourth. We're going to do a fourth later this year on it. I the best part is, this is my favorite. We got done with Lords of the Fallen and went, man, if I want to play a Souls game with co-op and actually have fun with it, I'm just gonna play Dark Souls 3. And literally next week, Z and I were playing Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. Yeah. We also did try doing Elden Ring, and then life stuff
Life
happened,
stuff, a lot of life stuff happened.
and we never finished. We never finished that run.
No, we never did. I still have the character somewhere on the save file, so also
I
still need
probably
to
do
show.
too, but also at the same time, I don't remember where I was going with that character, so I'd probably be better off just starting over.
More than likely. Also still gotta redo and start up the Belmont run.
If only.
Whips
Whips and chains excite him.
yeah. Whips, holy magic, ice magic, and daggers only.
Oh no.
Speaking of daggers, we do need to do a full dagger run.
Do
we do need our
firebombs count?
we do need our dagger, bro.
Wait, what's up, Chow?
Because in Castlevania and in Smash Bros, like that, they use well, they're not called fire bombs in the games, but they use fire bombs to create
Yeah.
pillars of flame.
Those items would work.
Okay.
And that's technically holy water.
I think there actually is holy water in Elden Ring, if I'm not mistaken.
Just call it a Molotov.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Code Vein, definitely I would highly suggest. Holy water does not, yeah, unless you're a vampire. Sorry. So
Yeah. We need our dagger bro run.
we do. We
We
definitely
need
do.
that. Because I remember we started one, and then then we swapped weapons midway through.
Yep.
So we need to pick one and stick with it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So let's see. I'm gonna go through. I'm just looking through mine. Through my video, so I know what.
Also, I never finished Bloodborne.
I haven't either. I'm still in my first playthrough.
I picked it up, died to a werewolf type big
Like
ass
beast.
dog thing,
The
and went
first enemy.
Oh, the cleric.
and
beast.
and went nah, fam, I'm good. I've got Dark Souls for this shit.
You're just playing Eldritch Dark Souls.
Yep.
At the time I had Sword and Board as my mainstay in Dark Souls, because literally just coming off Dark Souls 2, Turtle backstab was my main way to play after I'd started out a boxer build.
So, all right.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm going through the Summer Games stuff, and I'm looking. I'm like, not going to talk
I'm
about.
also doing the same thing.
Not going to talk about Sonic Racers, even though we got Miku, Hatsune Miku in there.
What?
Oh, don't forget Joker.
Oh yeah, we got Joker in there too.
We got Joker, we got Miku, we got fucking Ichiban, we got so many cool characters and more on the way. How dare you not talk about Sonic Racers with these standalone Sonic person here?
All right,
How dare you, sir?
Okay, I will state this: Sega was well, it's a Mario Kart knockoff, but their slight jab at Nintendo made me laugh hysterically.
No, it was so funny. Oh, it was so funny.
And unlike
dude.
another kart racer, ours is cross-platform. Damn, Sega. You're digging up that old rivalry. We already know where that led. Sony put you in the dirt. Wait, what? Sorry.
Some old flames got stoked. Oh, I like it when Sega gets a little bit of life behind their wings. I think Crossroads
Just to watch
is gonna
them
be
get
great.
burned.
Look, I've said this and I've said it again. We've been in a real shit place with Sonic over the past years, but we've been on the up and up between 2024 and 2025, and maybe even 2023, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see where the series goes.
I am too. I'm also going to state. So we also got to see Atomic Hearts 2, which I know pissed off some game. Atomic Hearts 2.
What is that?
It's a first-person RPG.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the robot ladies?
Yeah, the sexy robot ladies, the one that makes one of the games that makes journos cry because it's got sexy women, and they were perfectly fine with showing cheeks in that trailer for sure. It might be robot cheeks, but you know
no
what?
doubt.
I'm looking
Cheeks
at
are
the
cheeks.
trailer for it right now.
I'd see.
Cheeks are cheeks.
Cheeks are cheeks.
Wow. Wow. That is interesting.
Atomic Heart 2 did look nice, but I also liked their little expansion that they were doing.
Their MMO, the Cube.
Yes, the Cube.
Robo Ladies. Yeah, the Cube actually looks really interesting, and again, gonna piss off the game journals because the women are sexy. And you know that there's nothing that pisses off game journals more than sexy ladies. Just remember,
Really?
look how they attacked Stellar Blade last year, and they attacked Atomic Hearts. Oh, they went after full force. Cube.
That's insane.
Difficulty.
That is actually crazy. Why? It's such a stupid thing to go after.
Because, tell me, game journalists aren't people, and you don't bully them enough.
Apparently they don't get bullied enough.
All right. I'll bite. Why aren't they human?
Because they just talk shit and don't know what they're talking about anymore. They're not even. Most of them don't even play games. Have you not seen. Oh God, what's his handle on
I mean,
X?
all I know about game journalists is IGN. That's all I know, dog. And I know they're not credible worth shit.
No, there's another one. I forgot what his this Twitter handle goes and showcases him every single time, and he plays games, and he'll play like super difficult games and super easy games, and he's shit at all of them.
What
Like he was
the-
literally bitching about Mario Kart because he didn't understand how Mario Kart was supposed to be played.
Why?
He
You
said
can't spell ignorant without IGN.
you know you cannot. He also this is my favorite one. He died playing Doom the Dark Ages. He was on the easiest difficulty and
Really?
and said the game is too hard.
What?
Okay.
And he would
That,
stand there and shoot at enemies while they were shooting directly at him, never moving.
Does he not have object permanence?
He doesn't have any permanence.
Oh my god.
Like,
Or the Virgin Mayhaps. I don't remember. I know he pops up every once in a while because of
Purge me
one.
from this earth. Oh my god.
I forgot
So-
what the handle is on X, but every single time he pops up on my feed, I already know it's going to be that guy playing a game and being shit at it. And he's a game journalist. Not all game journalists are bad, but you don't bully them
Oh.
enough.
I was gonna say not all of them would be bad.
I only state that
I
because
was saying, there's a few good ones on YouTube. I know that much at least.
yeah, it is the same dude that was like that. He plays. He says he plays games and he's just trash at them.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome to Journo.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't bully journalists, you're not doing your job. I can say that my dad used to be a photographer for, news stations, and he even would say that he'd come home, he's like, some of these journalists, we don't bully them enough.
That is crazy.
He's the cameraman, so
I guess that's saying something.
Fair
Mhm.
enough.
So, all right. So then we got, let's see, Cards,
What was-
Cube. We got
What was the other
Marvel.
one that looked like it was a Souls-like or a Soulsborne kind of looking game?
I'm not quite sure. I will get to it. I know not Niantic, Game Freak did one, so we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, that is what
Um,
I want to talk about.
So we got 2 more characters announced for the new Marvel beat 'em up, which was Rocket Raccoon
Mhm.
and She-Hulk. We got to see more gameplay footage for Onimusha, Way of the Sword. I completely spaced the name of the game. That looks amazing.
It does.
Oh yeah. I need to know everyone's opinion on this boxing
Okay.
game. Felt that.
Felt that.
Mm-hmm. It is a boxing game that is
Is that the
Hold on.
freaking like the Steamboat Willie thing?
no felt that is the Muppets, like
Oh,
the
the
adult
Muppets.
style Muppets.
This is a game?
Yeah,
Yes, it's a game. I saw it. I thought it looked funny as hell. Not gonna lie. But
Honestly,
I would not play it. I'm
Hold
just
on.
being me. I would not play it. It looks fun and it looks funny.
I'm looking at the trailer right now. Uh, honestly, at first, it really weirded me out. Oh god, it looks disgusting at first glance. However, as I was like watching it, because like it's only a minute long, and like you can skim
yep.
it, I don't know. Like if that little bit at the end was like what actual gameplay will look like.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
like SNES and NES Punch Out.
I would say I genuinely would give it a try. It looks interesting and it's something I've never seen before. So I think it's worth giving a try at least.
I'll give it. I definitely will give it a try. I know a party game, if depending on the cost on it, is Killer Inn. That looks like it might be fun. But
Oh,
Is that
Killer
one of the
Inn.
games?
yeah, it's Square Enix's the murder mystery game where you team up with people and you try and find the clues of who the real killer is while you're killing everyone else.
Oh, that game. Yeah, that one looks really good. I would play that one. That
How
one
do you
looks
spell?
interesting.
Killers Inn. And there's like two sets of teams. So you have sheeps and you have wolves. The wolves are the killers,
Oh, I see
and the
it.
sheeps are trying
Okay.
to find the killers.
Oh, I remember seeing this. It's interesting.
Yeah. Looks like a fun party game.
I'd
I think
definitely
it'd
look
be
for that.
funny. I know Provo would relish in killing all of us. He'd make
Stab,
it look
stab, stab.
easy too, him or Fluff.
Yep. Yeah, Provo. They are.
Just don't let Squirrel get a hold of a knife or anything, and we'll be fine.
Oh
Um
god.
we saw stuff on Arc Raiders. It looks cool, but I'm not interested in it. Same with Dune, the Dune MMO, which is out now, by the way.
Yeah, the Junior MMO actually looks pretty fun. It might be something that I give a try in the future. Because it's kind of like if my from what I saw was correct, it looks kind of like Rust. Like it's a mix of Rust and Arc,
Mm-hmm.
but like it stands on its own two legs. Like it's different enough from either of those to be its own game. And
Yeah.
that's what sticks out to me because the big survival games that we have, Ark, Rust, uh, Minecraft, if you can count Minecraft and stuff like that. But Dune's doing something a little different, and I like that.
Yep. And then let's see, we got Chrono Odyssey, which I'm not sure about. Looks like an action RPG with up to 3 players, but has some of the difficulty. Could possibly have some difficulty like a Souls-like. Special abilities. I don't know. It looks interesting, but I'm not sure on it.
Give me
That's like
one
the
second.
best way to put it.
I see what you're talking about. Okay, it looks interesting. It yeah, action RPG, 3 players.
Yep.
I don't remember who was talking about it. I know someone in our friend group said that we need more games. We need more RPGs that are like multiplayer focused. Or was it turn-based RPGs that are multiplayer focused? It was probably that one.
Yep. It looks interesting. I'm not quite sure on it. We saw a claymation style game called Outwards. More stuff
That one
on
looked pretty good.
Wuwa. Mafia, the old country, which I don't care for. Didn't
It's
care for
Mafia.
Mafia. It Takes Two version of Lego. That's not It Takes Two, but it's pretty much It Takes Two. Which interesting, but we're getting a Nickelodeon style roguelike, possibly.
Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Nickelodeon characters or
Yeah.
huh. Do you got a name?
Was this called? Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny.
Okay, let me take a look at this.
And about 54 minutes in is where Avenger shut off the stream and was like, all right, well, I guess I know what I'm doing.
I definitely did. I closed it down and I started downloading right then and there.
That's actually what pushed me to get it. Actually, was the DLC coming out.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
looking at this Nicktoons game, by the way, it actually looks pretty damn good.
Looks interesting. We'll know more about it. One game that we've got to talk about only because it's messed up. It's my style game. Fucked up.
I agree,
Um,
Purbo.
who all played Doki Doki Literature Club?
I don't want to talk about it. Don't you bring that shit up in this room ever again. Yes,
Oh,
I may have played it.
You may have played it.
Yes, I may have played it thoroughly when I was younger, and I hate myself for it.
Oh, then you'll hate yourself to play this game. They are coming out with a new game called Fractured Blooms.
I know. I've seen it.
I gotta look at this. Hang on.
I don't want to do it to myself again,
Oh,
kid.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Please don't let it happen to me. I can't go through it again, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be even more fucked up. You know it is.
I know it is, and I'm not ready. I'm not.
My body's ready. My mind's not.
My body is not ready.
My body is ready, Kakashi Sensei.
No. Ah. God, dude.
Oh, oh my God! I've been hearing so much hype behind this one. The new Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that one because I was going
Yeah, we're gonna get
to.
to that soon.
I've been hearing so much hype about that one.
Oh yeah. So we've got. There's a lot of like. What was this one? This was.
Also, I think Chrono Odyssey
Yeah.
was the one that I was thinking of. That looked like a
It
Souls.
Souls. Okay. Yeah. We got Blade and Soul Heroes, which looks like a cutesy version of Blade and Soul. Or as we called it when it first came out, Boobs and Soul.
Boobs and Soul.
Yep.
Jesus.
Not
Jeez.
wrong.
Nope. The DNF gotcha game is getting one hero character or One Punch Man characters.
Wait, there's a DNF gotcha?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Hold on.
And
I
I think
don't-
they were also doing some of the what is that one that Squirrel and Zeku and them like playing.
Wuwa,
Uwa, yeah.
Wuthering
They were doing
Waves. Yeah.
yes. They were doing some releases on theirs as well.
Crystal of Atlan is Atlan is the name of it. POA. There's gonna be a Seven Deadly Sins game.
Another one?
Mhm.
Another one. Man, they're beating that dead horse.
I mean, Seven Deadly
Oh.
Sins is always a good thing to play. I love
Anything
the
past
first
season
one.
2.
We got more stuff on Dying Light 2, The Beast, a weird stop motion game that I don't care for.
What's it called?
Mixtape.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It looks pretty interesting.
It, eh. The game that I was more interested in is the one that came after it, and that is the roguelite called Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I looked up some more of these after I got off and I downloaded that.
It gives me massive Ori vibes.
It does. And then we had what's this game called? The game was this India or Indonesia?
Eh?
Acts of Blood.
That one I don't remember. Hold on.
It was created by one person, and then he got a full team together. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking. Oh, it's a fighting game.
It's like Sifu.
Oh, it's like Sifu. Hold on, this might look like it's worth it, honestly. I mean, I enjoyed Sifu. If we get another Sifu style game. Wait, the trailer legit has the same hallway scene that Sifu has. That's
Which is the
hilarious.
same hallway scene that comes from Golden Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Is an iconic scene. We got a new Scott Pilgrim
Yep.
game
I
coming.
saw that.
Freaking Capcom cock teasing us with Resident Evil stuff.
Yes. I got one question.
Hmm.
Did you play the first Death Stranding?
Yes, I still have my copy.
What do you think of the new one that they're
It's
doing?
gonna be interesting. It's Kojima. I'm buying it based off of principle.
Death
That's fair.
Stranding. Oh, I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember watching my little brother playing that a long time ago. I did not vibe with that game, honestly.
It looks very interesting. Not gonna lie.
It does look interesting.
Oh,
but
it's gonna
would
be
not-
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. But don't try and make sense of the story until you're at the end, and then you go, wait, that lets this, which is here, and nothing makes sense until you beat a Kojima game, because it doesn't make sense till you beat a Kojima game. Because
That's just how he is, though.
yeah,
Sad. I have no words. I have
He
no
just
idea who that
throws-
is.
He just he'll throw random bullshit in anywhere he can, and then be like, "Oh, by the way, at the end of the game, this explains all that random shit that you just went through."
wait, tell me, you don't know who Hideo Kojima is?
I don't believe so.
Have you never
Face
played a
palm.
Metal Gear game?
No. Fluff and Fluff's been trying to get me to play it. I just
Face palm.
haven't been able to find it.
Kit.
Kid, look, I've never played a Metal Gear in my life. Not kid, but Fluff's been asking me to get into it because we had a conversation about it the other night, and she got really pissed at me because I'd never played one.
I'm also letting you
And-
know
Ow.
Probo's probably gonna kill you now too.
Ciao.
Robo already knows. I don't know what you people want from me. I'm younger than all of you.
Ciao.
What do you want, Z? what, I can feel the actual this crumbling.
The disappointment?
I can feel it. I don't know what you want from me. I play better games than Metal Gear. I don't know what to tell you.
Ciao. You know what's gonna happen now, right?
What?
The next time we're on Night Rain, Nameless King is gonna gun for you. The entire
I'm
time.
glad. I'll be happy. You're not worth his time. I am. You're not. I'm just saying. If
Speaking
Kid's
of
there,
nameless-
maybe Kid will have some time. I don't know.
Speaking
Let
of
him
Nameless
die
Kid,
and don't revive him.
I deserve
Right?
it. Apparently.
Speaking of Nameless Kid, the other day
No.
he popped up twice in a row.
Damn.
I loved it. I kept telling Z it was
surprisingly, he did. And surprisingly, he was.
He's actually a lot easier than he is in DS3.
easy. He really is. Yeah. DS3 is the actual
I was
true DS game.
I was expecting DS3 Nameless King, and to be doing nothing but running.
I mean, you still do a lot of running. I mean, you do. I don't. But
So, Chow, I'm gonna.
Purge that thought from your mind.
I'm
I'm
going to
sorry.
get you to play Metal Gear. the first Metal Gear you're gonna play, arguably one of the best Metal Gears, going to be Metal Gear Solid Delta.
I don't know how, but we'll figure it
I
out.
don't think I've so. Hear me out, Kit. I don't think I've played that one, but I have
Delta
played Sons of
is
Liberty.
Delta is 3
Okay, so that
Wait,
one's right after
why?
2 then.
Why am I playing it out of order?
because it's also technically the first game in the series.
Oh, okay. I guess we can talk about that after stream. Then we can figure it out.
Trust
I
me.
have no idea how to do Metal Gear, dog. I don't know what you want from me.
Tactical espionage. That's all you
We
need
want
to know.
you to be better, Chow.
I already am better. You just want me to become a more perfect being.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm glad you noticed.
Oh goodness. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually sweating from the amount of like spiritual pressure I felt from this call in the chat, bro. I'm fucking dying.
All deserved. All deserved.
Oh god.
Chow immediately when he said, "I don't know," and me going, "What?" He just felt it. He just,
No, legit.
it's hard to breathe. Oh God.
He
My
felt
fucking-
Kit become captain.
my palms are sweaty, arms are
head captain.
fucking
of
mom
Bleach.
spaghetti, bro.
Head Captain Yamamoto.
Yes.
Chandu was just like, "Ugh."
Oh, it's like that. If you've watched what's it called? Fucking JJK, that one scene of Toshi like having the ping pong ball fucking go by his head and he just stone faces. That's the scene, bro. Oh god.
It just pulled out the Vampire
like,
Lord.
Yeah.
Legit, he pulled out the fucking Conqueror's hockey, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna live this down until I play it.
No, you won't.
Probably not. No.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh, poor Chow.
That's
Poor
that's
Chow.
gonna live rent free in my head for the rest of the week.
The next game, this game actually looked really cool, is Blighted, which is
Ooh,
another
that sounds
roguelite. It was done by the people who did Guacamole.
Oh, I saw this.
Guacamole
I
and
saw
Nobody
this
Saves the
actually.
World.
Dude,
I think
it
wasn't
is
Blighted
so good.
before the whole Liza P overture.
No, that
Or
was after. That was after.
Okay, so I didn't see this one.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. I'm sorry, like they're
Another
a few games
difficult
I use Hardcore,
roguelite.
but the sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying, another difficult roguelite. We also got to see which it's a first person horror that I'm not quite sure how I feel on this one.
Oh, I've seen some
I don't do horror,
trailer
so
of that.
you guys can have it. I don't want it. Oh,
I mean,
actually, the
I like
gunplay is very nice though.
Yeah,
So,
it has the little comedy ending where it shows like this weird baby and it looks like it's a giant. Turns out it's a baby and kicks it, so you just kick the baby.
Yeah,
So it's like, okay.
I'm sold on this game. Actually, I'm gonna play it.
I
Um,
kind of like
it's made
horror
by the same
games.
person who made Atomic Heart.
yeah,
That's
it's
sick.
the same production studio.
That's sick. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that on my wish list. Actually,
Yep. And then after that, we got information on Mecha Break, which has its new OST, showcase some more Mosh Mock stuff, including a new boss that's going to be in the PvE area, the extraction the loot extraction zone.
I see.
I can't wait to fight that thing.
Was fun to play it.
Yep, can't wait to get.
I was really
back on
sad
the
that I
game.
didn't get to spend more time with it. Actually,
Well, now we'll have all the time in the world.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. I might download it day one, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it for a little bit. The rest of my month is full when it comes to gaming, dude.
So my only issue is it launches July 1st.
What's the issue with
Oh
that?
gosh,
I'm
all of the
rating.
games.
I rate Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Oh, you
So
poor
the first
bastard.
2 days that it's out, I'm raiding. But it's okay because not the week after, not that next week, but the week after that, my birth
Vacation?
is my birth week, and I don't work on my birthday. And since my birthday's in the middle of the week, I said, "Fuck it, I don't work my birth week."
Fair enough. Happy early birthday, by the way.
Thank you. So yeah, that'll be all. Yeah, that's. I will be drowning in
So
oil.
I will
I hear
if
free kit games.
I
Free
would say
kit
if you start like hosting lobbies, I'll start hopping in probably.
Well, I'll be
I,
doing rank for a good little bit. I gotta get to that upper echelon rank. I
I
made it
miss
to
Tricera, dude.
I made it to plat like it was nothing.
You saying
didn't play
rank
the
should be
rank.
second. I'm sorry.
It was a PTSD.
Oh god.
Then we saw a trailer for Infestmals, which is like
Eh.
weird. You're playing like a bug. It's
Yeah,
like
it looks a little weird.
it's like
You said Infestimal?
Infestimals.
Yeah.
It's like what's that Xbox game that's based off of Honey I Shrunk the Kids? Came out a few years ago.
Grounded.
Grounded. It's like that, but more tech based, and it looks like you're, I don't know what you are, but you're an
A
insect,
mite?
a mite of some sorts.
Makes sense. Dude, Grounded was left me scarred. I played that with my roommate back when I was living in my old place. I was on an Xbox One that was on its last legs. Like every couple of hours it would shut itself off. Dude, the amount of shenanigans, dude, that's spiders. I can't do it with spiders, dude. I can't. Oh,
So
anyway, sorry. I had to
so
let my PTSD out for a second.
you're good. So yeah, and then Game Fest cock teased us again, talking more about Resident Evil.
Yep.
And then
I
I
thought you
was
were gonna say
As they
something
do.
about what is it called? Horn Spire or Spider Silk
Silk Song.
So
No,
Yeah,
they
I-
did that earlier on in the show when they were talking about the Deadpool game.
Yeah, apparently they made a joke and it did not sit
Oh,
well
yeah.
with the Hollow Knight community.
Whatever. Um,
I may play Hollow Knight eventually.
then the next trailer we got Kenny Omega, the wrestler, showcasing the next 4 characters for Street Fighter, which
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll go ahead and watch that. That was really funny.
Axel,
Mhm,
C.
mhm.
Viper, Ingrid, and Sagat are who we are getting.
I'm not happy to hear about Sagat, honestly. He's the only one I don't like out of the lineup.
What?
I wish we
What,
could have gotten
You don't.
someone else.
You're not happy to sit there and go, okay, time to get in a match, and all you hear is Tiger, 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 Tiger knee, Tiger,
mhm.
Tiger, and then you're just like crying.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
all the
totally. I'm
Tigers.
so happy. Yeah, you can tell by my voice. I'm so happy.
And
I
the
mean, you sound excited.
and the
I'm
worst
excited for Ingrid though.
the worst part is he's going to be one of those Sagat players where it's going to be upper Tiger, lower Tiger, upper Tiger, lower Tiger. So you're going to be constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down, never being able to move forward.
Oh, I don't want it. I don't want it. At least he's the last one to come out.
No, he's the first one to come out.
No! Never touching SF6 again. Fucking hate that game.
Yeah,
I
then
haven't touched that game in so long.
then we had some multiplayer shooter. I don't know what it is. It looks interesting, but it's almost like 70s style.
Title?
Called Last Flag.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
looking
I
at that
saw
right now.
that. That was Last Flag. That was an interesting one from what I remember. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool looking. It looks very much on the same scope as you remember Realm Royale?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this art style and the gameplay gives me vibes of. It's a game that doesn't seem to very much take itself seriously, but
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Then we got more information on Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, which is another Souls-like.
That does look nice.
Yep. We're getting a new Wu-Tang game, Rise of the Deceiver.
What the
Wu-Tang.
fuck is Wu-Tang?
Oh God.
He's young.
Hold
He's
on.
young.
Rise of
He's
the
fuck-
Deceivers? I know who Wu-Tang is, but I don't know what Wu-Tang is. Hold on. Let me watch this real quick. The hell? This looks like ass.
Again, Kit.
He's young. He's
Why?
young. He's young.
Is Wu-Tang a singer? Look, explain to the uncultured. You gave me some fear when it came to Metal Gear. At least don't make me feel worse than I already do. Please.
It's already too late for that,
That-
bud.
I don't know who Wu-Tang is. I
Chow.
don't care.
Chow, brother. Chow.
What?
Oh,
Yes,
God, that ship has
yes,
sailed.
see. Okay. Kit?
Wu-Tang is
Who is
a
Wu-Tang?
rap group.
Oh, it's a group, not a singer. Okay. Are they just they sing funny rap songs or some shit?
Brother. Chow.
Uncultured
Chow.
swine.
Chow, you are
Look,
doing research right now.
I'm
Li-
already looking it up, and this looks like shite. I listen to better rap. I listen to Eminem, dog. Eminem's better than this shit.
Wu-Tang is before Eminem.
No wonder it sucks.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. Hold on,
No.
hold on. I'm
Alright.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Hold on.
Hang on. Hang on.
Cream. Let me
So-
listen to this real quick.
So what I'm hearing is we're kicking Chow right now until he gets better culture.
Yes.
Look, it's not because I'm young. It's because I like other things. You have to respect that I like other things, right? We're an inclusive community here, right?
What I'm hearing is he's just like the other journalists that we need to bully.
I'm
Hey,
hearing
hey,
excuses, Chow.
hey, listen, I'm doing my homework right now. I'm listening. It's alright. It's actually kind of alright.
The test was due yesterday.
I didn't know there was a test.
Well,
I
now
was
you
going.
do.
I was going to
Pop
say.
quiz.
I don't think Chow wasn't looking at the stream when he said certain things because I went and was like, "Yep, all right. I guess we're losing a Chow."
No! God damn it! Oh, he's picking up the rifle. No, please, please. I don't old yeller me, please, dog. I don't need it. Look. I'll redeem myself. I'll listen to it. I'll play some Metal Gear. I don't know what you want from me, dog.
You're a bit late, my friend. You're a bit late.
It's not
The
late.
party started and ended, and you didn't show up.
That seems to be your problem. I don't know.
No, that is your problem.
Invites were sent out, and we had a
When?
specific time of when you had to be there.
I didn't even know
And you
what
did
Metal
not
Gear
get 'em.
was till this year.
You showed up as they were cleaning the confetti.
Good. I'll eat the confetti. Fine.
Poor Chow.
God. I'm gonna be the butt of this podcast joke from now on.
Yes,
I
you
hate it
are.
here.
And I said I wasn't going to say much. Chow.
You're welcome.
Uh,
Give you
Shall change that
content.
completely.
No, I'm joking.
I was going to say. Oh.
Dog, I need to go turn the air up in here. It's getting too hot for my fat ass. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. Poor Chow. Poor Chow's getting bullied. I'm going to use the bathroom in that. For that. On that note,
mm,
I'll be right back.
God.
mm, mm-mm.
Oh, jeez.
To be fair to Chow, I didn't really listen to Wu Tang either. I just know who they were.
I know who they are too. And that's just being fair.
Ugh.
damn about your fairness. You take that shit and throw it in the trash can.
Nah. You're the butt of this joke right now, so we're gonna keep it that way.
Chow, you dug the hole.
And we're filling it in.
You're still holding the shovel, Chow.
It just means I have more things to give Chow shit about. Poor Chow. Poor Chow.
No, don't poor chow him.
He's got the shovel kit. He's digging. We're just filling in. We're just filling in with the backhoe.
I mean, technically, yes. And he's just trying to figure out why there's more dirt piling up around him while he's trying to shovel it out.
I hope you're happy. I'm cooking corn dogs as we speak, motherfuckers.
Oh my gosh.
Also, I can hear everything that you've been saying. I have the shovel. I have the hole. Leave me to die, I guess.
No, you're trying to dig your way out, but we're just filling you in. You're fine.
And he's got the cornbread wrap glizzy.
Oh.
I'm fucking crying, dog. This is too fucking funny.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Chow getting buried.
I'm glad I decided to come this week. This is a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
this is great. All right.
I am glad I
Alright,
showed up.
Give me.
This is-
Can we take a quick 5 real quick?
Yeah, you go right ahead.
Yeah,
You
let
take
me-
a
let me
quick
go
5 and eat.
Yeah.
Chow's sitting here stressing,
Oh,
making me
God.
laugh.
You're welcome for that.
Oh, that's so good. You can't write this shit.
No, you cannot.
Ugh. Yeah, Kit.
Yes.
Changing topics to the nameless king. That fucker popped. And I went, no. And then we killed him, and I went, wait a second. That didn't hurt as much as it should have. And then he popped again.
Oh,
And I went,
God.
wait a second. This isn't Dark Souls 3.
Yep. Again, it's one of those things.
He is not as terrifying in Night Rain as he is in Dark Souls 3.
That is true.
I still give him a healthy respect in Dark Souls 3, because he hates my ass. But in Night Rain, that's a different story. I'm
So
coming for him.
I have a good question that I was trying to save.
Yeah, when Chow gets back, we'll ask. I was gonna go through the last few games and talk about 9 as well.
Yeah.
So
What did you think of? What is this? Mouse PI for hire? I kind of got
the 2D like first person shooter.
yeah, I kind of got like Inky and or frick, what's his name? The Ink Factory.
Yeah, I
kinda
know
got that
exactly.
vibe from that.
Bending the ink machine.
That yes.
Culture. No, I'm joking.
Um,
Anyways, but no, yeah. I'm very excited for that game. in
that
particular.
one
I've
actually looks
been following
really
it.
interesting.
I've been following its development for a long time, and dude, I am so excited. I'm getting that day one when it comes out. I'm so excited, bro.
But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more while Tommy's stress eating too and saying things here and there. So the next game that was shown was Into the Unwell. This is the same.
Against that one.
Yeah, this is the same studio that did. I want to say this is the same studio that did Cuphead.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
that
gonna be
it looks like the art
brutal.
for Cuphead. Yeah.
Yep. Then Splitgate 2 came out. They shot some shade at at all the other FPSs, including Call of Duty, and then turned around and apparently people are not happy with them. So it didn't do so well with its little launch.
Sales were
So
good until they did all that,
yep,
and then they plummeted.
it's I played the
Shame.
first game. It's interesting. It's not like the best FPS, but it's cool. It's got some cool little dynamics that I thoroughly enjoy.
All right, I'm back. I've got a king's feast, corn dogs and baked beans.
Nice.
All right, so
How
where
do-
were we?
We're just talking about Into the Unwell, and then went into Splitgate 2.
Mm-hmm.
How have you played it since it launched?
So I was there during the
Beta.
closed alpha, closed beta, and the launch. I've been following it for a little bit. It's fun. I definitely enjoyed the beta a lot more. The alpha was meh. It didn't have a lot. It wasn't
Usually alphas
very
do.
good, as alphas go. But the beta was great. The beta didn't have a ton of modes. It didn't have a ton of guns, but the team play was there. The guns felt amazing, except for the one shotgun that I absolutely hate because it should do better, but it doesn't. I've heard about all the stuff that they did recently, and honestly, I didn't care about it. But the launch has kind of been a flop, and I'm very sad about that because they've actually put a lot of hard work into this game.
Yep.
And yeah, I think it'll still do good, but I don't know. The launch was kind of a flop because of what happened.
Yep. And then after that, we got Stranger Than Heaven, which is another RRG game. Same guys that do Yakuza. So Stranger Than Heaven.
I'm saying that made me think of Strangers of Paradise.
Yeah. Stranger Than Heaven actually looks interesting. I'm wondering if it's on the same line of Judgment, which is more of the cop side
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
style. It's the 1940s film noir style.
This is what LA Noir wanted to be, but
yeah.
not shit.
Yep. This looks really interesting. I can't wait for that.
So,
and then the final game they showcased after cock teasing us twice. Just seeing there, you're just seeing there they're like, yeah, just a tip, and not even giving you the tip. You're like, really, okay, fuck you. We got RE9. I think this was. They kind of kill. I feel personally they kind of killed the hype with how they were cock teasing it so much. But I also know that built up a lot more hype because of how they announced it. And it wasn't just straight up, hey, here's RE9. It was, hey, here's this. And we get the FBI building. I think Probo was saying there we're in a Discord. Probo was like, X-Files? Maybe? X-Files? Probably? Oh. I think this one was done very well. It was this trailer looks amazing. We didn't get to see any gameplay footage because none of us went to Summer Game Fest because we're all losers in that aspect. Because none of us have that kind of money or are that popular on any of the. Yep. Resident Evil Requiem.
Are they saying that this one is supposed to be the very end of all of them?
Is that Ethan's daughter?
No.
Ethan's daughter was actually, they made a DLC specifically so you could see her grown up and play as her.
Yeah, her DLC takes place 16 years after the end of Village, which was in. That one takes place in 2021, so it'd be 2037. when that
It looks
DLC takes
aight.
place. This one is don't you downplay RE Engine. It does
I
amazing
wasn't saying
things.
anything. I was just saying it looks aight.
I was waiting for Kit to just go completely ham on you for for saying something random about RE Engine.
I didn't even say nothing about RE Engine. I was just like, the game looks aight.
This is RE Engine that they're pushing. Like, these are the last games we're getting out of RE Engine. I thought Monster Hunter was supposed to be it, but
It shouldn't have been used for whiles, honestly, but
it's their last engine. Where you want them to use a brand new engine on Wilds and it be even worse,
mm-hmm.
and then not get the sales and kill the series.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather it not kill off a series like that.
Yeah,
No, I'm joking.
RE Engine did well for it. It's rough on computers, but that's because they're pushing every ounce out of RE Engine in this. So,
They're pushing everything they can.
so yeah, this one takes place. This one will probably take place since it comes out next year, probably 2026, 2027 in the RE timeline. The main character is the daughter of one of the survivors from Resident Evil the Outbreak Files games on the PS2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That far back, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Miss Ashcroft, the reporter from that game, we're playing. So far, it looks like we are playing her daughter.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Okay.
And the reason why it's called Requiem, REQ, Q can also be used as a 9.
Oh, fair enough.
That's fair.
They've been playing around with those a lot, so.
A lot of the letters, seeing what they can do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at Biohazard. So Resident Evil 7 was Biohazard.
Village.
Resident Evil 8 is Village. This one's
Village has 8 letters in it.
Village, VILL. Roman numeral for 8 is VIII. But if you use a capital I, it looks like, and 2 lowercase L's, it looks like 8.
Yeah.
Biohazard has 7 in it, VII.
I think this is the only time they actually started really using those.
Yeah, Biohazard was the first one that they used it as like to showcase the numerals. Which is like a good way of doing it instead of just straight up going, "Oh, this is RE7, RE8, RE9." We know that's what they are, but they're also going, "Hey, we're giving you guys these title stuff." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sounds good."
Village had nothing to do with the village. You went everywhere.
Yeah, well, you dealt with the entire village. Sorry, Avenger, you had something you wanted to bring up during this before we get into Xboxes? I'm scanning
Okay,
Xboxes real quick.
So, my question for, I guess, everybody here. DLCs, like specific DLCs could be anything really. Like, how difficult would you want them, and how how easy would you like them?
Ooh.
Now, I have a counter question to that actually. Now, is this in the spirit of DLCs as a whole, or are we talking about DLCs to games that are already supposed to be difficult, aka Elden Ring, Lies of P, Armored Core, stuff like that?
I mean, so technically, Liza P has just given us a difficulty slider, if I am correct.
Yes.
And it sets us in the one that it sets us at is Legendary Stalker.
Yep, which is
Mhm.
the base
That is
difficulty.
base game difficulty.
And below that is easier difficulties.
Yep.
Yes. It gets progressively easier the further down you go, and it's only 2 levels below.
Yeah, which increases or decreases damage taken and increases parry timing windows and perfect parry timing windows.
Mhm.
So I'm playing on legendary, so it doesn't matter.
Same.
So
So the best way to put it is in time to play the wishy-washy person here. The best way to put it is DLC needs to be comparable to the base game in difficulty. Whether the base game is a Souls-like and it's extremely difficult, that DLC should feel that way, if not a little bit harder, because it's like, hey, you've beaten this. Now this is where the bigger challenge comes from. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Elden Ring Shadows of the Earth Tree is a great example of giving you that, and also giving you a way of easing the burden if you're looking for the scatter tree
I was gonna
fragments.
say, yeah, Elden Ring, the Shadow of the Earth Tree is a good example for that, because all the bosses got progressively harder. When you got to the final boss, which, spoilers if you didn't know, is Radon.
Prime Radon.
Primerdon and Mikola.
And I literally had to have a friend literally give me a build to beat this man. He was like, just put on the heaviest armor and put on the heaviest shield. And I was like, okay. And I literally used just a bleed build and just bled him to death, because that was the only thing I could do.
See,
It wasn't that hard.
I ran in there with, I just summoned 2 people because I'm like, not this build is not going to do it, because I am not going to have the time to do any of the things I need to do. Because you could rot him so easily. It's stupid.
Yes.
And rot stays on him forever. And the entire build is Dragon's Breath, which is rot. My Dragon's Breath is rot. And then just keep,
That's a good one.
and then add in bleed with all my melees. But I have no health because I have a lot of FP. So yeah, that one was, he was a little rough. So I'm like, I need tanks. So I was actually looking for people who were built with like dual shield, big burly, like, oh, you're a tank person, you're in. Okay, go distract Radon. I'll do all the damage. And then watching Radon's health just
Slowly tick down.
oh no, it wasn't slowly, it went by fast between everything.
So I used the staff that you get from the Great One's finger or whatever.
Mhm.
When you ring all 3 of the bells and you fight that boss down there.
Yeah.
One of its weapons that it can give you is a staff that allows you to use incantations and also like other kinds of spells.
Sorceries?
Sorceries,
Yep.
thank you. Well, one of the spells that I had was the thorns that the Erdtree flower uses that they nerfed. I used this after they nerfed them, and I still killed them with it, thankfully.
But
it
I
took
will say
me a good
that
while.
I will say this. As of this current moment, I have not actually beaten the DLC. I actually haven't touched Elden Ring in a good long while, just because I've had other things to play, and as well as life things. However, actually, I think I chalked it up to me being lost. I think I've been Zoroing around the map a little bit. Because I'm trying to get to
Sorry, is a good way to say it.
trying to get to the Impaler and I can't find him. Fucking bitch ass. But yeah, at least from what I've seen, the build that I have seems more than comparable to Radon's difficulty, and in my opinion, um, obviously, as Kids Vtuber says to everyone on a daily basis, just get good. I mean, sure, you can summon all day, all you want, but if we're talking about from a DLC perspective and it being comparable to the difficulty of the base game, I think it's honestly perfect.
Yep.
It is the golden standard example of DLC and difficulty.
I could say Liza P is a good game for anybody to say get good at.
Yep.
Lies
Because
is easy.
it
I hate to say it.
it brings in the whole aspect of you can block,
I still like it.
but you're gonna have to learn to freaking perfect parry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so here's the big thing. When you look at that DLC in whole, specifically Erdtree as a whole, you're looking at a game DLC that costs $40, which people were like, oh, this is super pricey. But the amount of content, everything you got from it was comparable to a $40 DLC. I have
It's almost the entire
seen,
game.
yeah, I have seen $20 DLCs that have given less than the Stellar Blade crossover DLC with Nier, which was only outfits and giving you some more collectibles. And that one was $10. I've seen $20 ones that have given you less than that when it comes down to things. So the big thing when you look at DLCs is how is it compared to the game? What's the cost of it? And does it make sense to the game? You know, one thing I'll dock Stellar Blade on this was that Nier DLC. It shouldn't have been paid, but I get it. They knew they need that extra bit of money because they paid a lot to have that going. So they need a little extra cash flow in. So I respect them on that, but it doesn't mean that I agree with it.
You respect the grind, but you don't agree with it.
But there are also times that you get DLCs that make no sense or weren't ever needed. You get games that where DLCs are a great addition and weren't originally planned. FF16 is a great example. The 2 DLCs, they weren't planning to do DLCs, and then they're like, well, I guess we're doing DLCs. After the game sold, and people were like, so when's the DLC coming out? And Yoshi P going, we weren't planning on doing DLC. Well, we want DLC. Okay, I guess we're doing DLC.
So I think what it is, a lot of Final Fantasy people got really spoiled after 15 with all the the extra DLCs for the story for Ignis, the story for Prompto, the story for Gladio, and then the story for Arden, which was the final story of all the characters.
Yep.
I think I think all of us got spoiled because we're like, well, the next Final Fantasy, it's gonna have to have at least a DLC with it, right?
See, it's weird because I never thought that. Because when 16 was out, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't need DLC. If it got DLC, cool. It doesn't need it.
I think, if I may, for a moment, we got to remember, at least with the conversation of DLC, that DLC in of itself, at the end of the day, is a way for the company / developers to make a quick buck, depending on, regardless of the amount of content. If you remember, one of the most notorious DLCs that has ever been released is the horse armor for Oblivion. And that gave rise and spurn to the DLC culture that we have today. Now, if you think about it, sure, the Nier Automata crossover with Starblade was, it was not good. But you gotta think, we've come a long way since then. And sure, there's a lot of shitty DLC and unbalanced DLC, with Monster Hunter, it's fucking stupid ass cosmetics. But I don't know. I think we've come a long way since then. And I think most games nowadays, especially the ones that are worth playing, have DLC that is comparable or far exceeds the expectations that we set upon it.
That is, that's
Fair.
that's a fair thing, but then you still have to remember EA and Activision still exist.
Yes. And that is the other side of the coin. That is the evil to our good.
And
You gotta
Ubisoft.
remember, and Ubisoft, yeah. Oh God, Ubisoft, don't get me started. Don't get me started. But yes, like with every good thing, there comes a bad thing. And
There always will be. The big thing is like the companies are going to do what they want to do, and that's fine.
all gotcha devs, yep.
And they
it-
got your devs.
all gotcha devs. I mean,
Yeah.
can you blame them? Do you know how much money?
You make a lot of money off
You-
of anime titties.
Do you know how much money Genshin Impact has made since its release?
I don't want to know.
Did you
I
know?
don't
Did you
wanna
know that
think about
Zenless
it.
has almost made as much, if not almost double?
Do you know how much
Mm.
Genshin has earned since release?
How much?
$6 billion. That's billion with a B.
Capital B or
Enough to
lowercase
fund
b?
a whole nother 3 games.
Yeah.
If they wanted to.
Hoyle has
I don't
made
know. They're a small indie
billions,
company, though.
billions off their gotchas. Which is funny because Honkai Third Impact, I think they barely broke maybe like 60, 70 million. And then Genshin came out, and in its first year it grossed $2 billion. So yeah, they found a money market just right, and man, did they make some money! Oh boy. But yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
even with sorry, not trying to cut you off. Like you said in your stream when you were streaming Lies, like me and you both made horrible decision to even try to do this new game plus.
Yeah. Some of those fights are rough on New Game Plus. I'm like
And
190, almost like level 190.
I would say,
oh, I'm
please, no
270.
spoilers for the man who's actually actively playing through it.
I am not. Don't worry.
We're
I'm
not going to spoil
anything.
anything. I'm just saying there are fights they're hating
I am
hard.
just saying I am level 270, and it took me 3 days just to be able to pass through some of these areas.
Was it just
Um,
super hard in New Game Plus?
Yeah,
Yes, it gets extremely hard. The bosses hit a whole lot harder. Their timings get a lot worse.
Yep.
The DLC has sped up their timings.
The best way to put it
It's
is
crazy.
New Game Plus for Liza P. So Elden Ring was every boss got a 5% boost on all their stats.
10% actually.
10%. Was it? Yeah, it was 10%. It's
Yeah, it was
not
10%.
it's not much because Dark Souls 3 is 20% for New Game Plus.
I think it capped out at New Game 7 as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Or New Game 8.
And Liza P is 37%.
Jesus
And that's
to all their stats.
that is for one. That is one new game plus.
I'm gonna guess they make the ergo gains the same as like in Ring and Dark Souls. You get more.
Yeah.
Yes, they got to, or else you're just gonna be stuck for a good chunk until you're just kind of grinding for ergo.
I have seen
Which I'm gonna be the biggest fool, and I'm gonna be like, well, now that I got every weapon that I need, I just need to go back and try to get all the boss amulets.
I was going to say
I'm an idiot because I did this on New Game Plus 1.
So
and I got to go through it on New Game Plus 2.
Yep. What is it? I have watched someone who had the max. I think it's New Game Plus 9 for Liza P. It's cap.
Oh. 9 is cap?
Yeah. Max build doing boss fights. Literally bosses one shot him.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Granted, he's more of a dex build anyways. Like all of his weapons are based for technique, so he keeps that
I
running.
mean,
But still, it's like even with your capacity and everything, it's like, uh, yeah. Your strength,
I mean,
you're
it's
probably
fair.
a lot safer because you can wear heavier stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. DLCs should always be a comparable, or it needs to be an addition. It needs to be something that will add to the game overall, not just a quick money bit.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, I've been gaming for so long. I saw the rise of DLC and the rise of microtransactions, and that it's in itself is its own little topic that I don't even want to touch on because that's
We
where
were
you get
there for
into.
the prime instance of it.
Yeah, but microtransactions, that's what like gotcha games are based off of primarily now.
Mhm.
I will only say one thing. Oblivion.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, Chow was saying that the Oblivion DLC, that was the
Horse armor.
biggest.
Yep, that's what Chow said.
That's what started it. That
Yep.
was the tipping point, I would say. That's where everyone went, oh. Now, again, I'm also an MMO player, so technically I've been buying DLCs for years, and even then, back in the day, when you bought a computer game, you got something like Diablo 2, and then their expansion would come out. So we've had DLCs forever. It's just we've never had. It was usually an addition to the game or a brand new game. Look at how many versions of Street Fighter 2 there are out there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you
We
gotta also look
we
at
we
like
also
all Borderlands. Like, how many Borderlands do we have now? And they kind of flopped on 3. So I'm giving 4 hope, at least.
I'm
But
not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not.
I'm still gonna play it. But
the only thing about DLCs that really upset me though, just because I was me and you, Kit, were definitely there for the for the initiation of DLC.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they were never a full priced game at the time.
Yep.
They were what? $15 max?
20 was like the highest when at the time, but they were still experimenting. There was very few 20s. There was a few more 15s, but they tried to keep it between $5 and $10 because they weren't sure if it was going to grab hold or anything, and then it took off like wildfire. And then Oblivion hit, tipped the scale just right, and then they're like, "Oh, we can make
Horse
money."
armor. Does nothing for the game.
Yep,
Just makes it look meh.
nicer.
makes it look a lot prettier. You want new backgrounds? You want new clothes? You want new weapons? Here you go. All of the above.
For $5.99 each.
$4.99.
Basically.
All
Might as
all
well be like
DLC,
that.
all DLC that I remember seeing back then, besides the $10 to $15 ones, $4.99. The $10 ones were $9.99,
Yep.
but you had to buy the $10 card to get if you were on Xbox and you did the Microsoft points for
Yep.
the
You had to buy
DLCs
the
and shit.
$10 card to get any $5 ones. Yep. Yep. And then you'd always
Uh, Why did my brain? Why did we? Why?
because we're dumb back then.
Well, I mean, some of it was nice, to
Oh
be
yeah.
fair. Some of it was worth it.
I just like looking fashionable. Is that so wrong?
Nope.
Like, I love all the outfits, not spoiling, that you get in Liza P. I love all of them.
I do too.
They are all not look. They all look so good.
So, all right.
Yep.
What's
I've
up?
got one last thing.
Yep, go ahead.
Since we're going down memory lane for a second,
Oh boy.
especially with Xbox.
Oh god. Go.
The Avatar.
Mm, which
Yep,
one?
Kit knows exactly what I'm talking about.
the Avatar.
Buying random things, new skin, a prop for
For
the
your
Avatar.
avatar on the three. That was on 360.
That was
Oh my god. I was thinking you were talking about a game. My bad.
no,
No.
no.
You're talking
You're
about
good.
the actual avatar that you
Yeah,
create. Oh my
Yep.
yeah.
god, I forgot about all the crap that you could buy for that. That Oh my god, that was stupid.
Very much
Like I
was.
said, since we had to go down that memory lane.
And I was dumb enough to actually spend money to buy some of them freaking little outfits and some of the special like little emotes that you got.
Me too.
I
But
think everyone did a little
I
bit.
also was one of those that some of those were free if you did certain achievements,
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I sported quite a few of those just because they were free and I didn't have the money and I couldn't
I
weasel
sported a
my
lot
way
of the
into getting
Halo
it.
ones. I sported a lot of the Halo ones.
So, all right. So, since we just went down memory lane and we're talking about Xbox, the Xbox Showcase. Thanks for the segue.
You're welcome.
Great segue.
Great segue. So the beginning was they showcased Outer World Wilds 2, High on Life 2, Resonance, which is a Plague Tale game. And then this is the first one I really wanted to talk about. So Microsoft is finally deciding to get into the handheld business
Hmm.
with their own handheld Xbox console. I have an issue with it.
So, like a Stream Deck?
No, it's like closer to a Switch 2. Pretty much it's a handheld Xbox that I have an issue with.
Okay, so what do they mess up, or what are they trying to make it look like?
It's the fucking Steam Deck that just runs on Microsoft. The Microsoft app, and it's ROG. It's the Republic of Gaming. It's the Asus Steam Deck that's out already. That's all it is. Chat, if you're saying something, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm talking to my roommate at the moment.
Okay, just making sure. But yeah, it's
Sorry about that.
it's just the Republic of Gaming, the Asus ROG Steam Deck. That's all it is. And all the only difference is it runs the Xbox app on it as the OS. That's all it is. Literally nothing else. And that's my issue with it. I'm like, so you got Asus to build this, and you said, yeah, just make it the Steam Deck you have, and we'll call it the Xbox handheld.
My God, what's the point? Oh my God.
It's probably going to cost the same. Which, if anyone knows what what that one is, because they're like, this is an Xbox. It's the Ally.
Okay, so last Xbox I have ever had was a 360. My brother, he's a big Xbox fan. I'm more of a PlayStation guy because I have more PlayStation exclusives. Xbox has theirs. I'm completely fine with that. This sounds stupid as hell. Just saying. I mean, if you're just gonna basically, like you said, rip off a Steam Deck and use this basically almost the same stuff that a Steam Deck is gonna use, why? Why not just make it kind of like how you have a PlayStation Portable? You might as well say it's just like that.
Yep. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and say Sony's little handheld, their portable is
Yeah.
amazing or anything. It's really cool. I like it. I like the entire thing, but I wanted a true handheld, which I would have been okay with. But let me see, ROG Ally.
You're
So the ROG Ally base is $600. And they're going to have two versions of the Microsoft version, which more than likely means we're going to have a $600 and a $700 version.
One's gonna be like a
Well,
terabyte or two of
space and the
maybe.
other, yeah, one's going to have a higher or more space or and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
why am I having flashbacks of the PSP kit?
you are having
Oh.
flashbacks of the PSP, because most people are going to sit there and go, I can get the Microsoft one, which is the same cost as the Steam Deck one, and only play Xbox games on it. Or I can get the Steam Deck one, which will allow me to play Steam games and Xbox games on it, and PlayStation games on it, and I can mod it to play Nintendo games on it.
You're better off just getting a
But yeah,
Steam
I'm
Deck.
going to get the Steam Deck version. That's what's
Just
going to
saying.
happen.
Also, just so you guys know, I'm talking to my roommate about magic stuff right now for the Final Fantasy set, so that's why I'm muted.
Oh, okay. We could talk about that here a little bit.
Here in a little bit, I don't know.
So yeah, they showcased that. I'm like, Microsoft, because when they showcase it, I'm like, okay, that's cool, blah blah. I'm like, it's got hand grips on it, so it's not like the straight. It actually has almost a hand gripping portion. So you're like, okay, that'll feel really good playing on it and whatnot, blah blah. I'm looking at more. I'm like, okay, and then Ryzen 7, okay, cool, or yeah, it was a Ryzen 7. It might have been a Ryzen. I don't remember. But so the CPU is gonna have a decent GPU in there. Cool, blah blah. That's all cool. And then I saw ROG on it. I'm like, it's Republic of Gaming. It's just a fucking Steam Deck. That's literally all it is. It's just a Steam Deck, and it's going to cost the same amount.
And they think they can pull wool over our eyes. Here you go. You want a special little
And you know what's gonna
handheld?
happen,
Here you
right?
go.
You know what's gonna happen, right?
It's still gonna work.
It's still gonna work.
Mm-hmm. That, or it's not going to sell well, and they're going to be like, we don't know why it didn't sell well. And we're all going to laugh at Microsoft.
Somebody had a good idea, Fairy, and they just needed to shoot it first.
Yeah.
And shoot it and see what happens. Someone needed to be Lincoln slash that fairy.
So Xbox Showcase, they showcased Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm gonna say that looks amazing.
Let's see that.
Then they showcased this indie DLC, probably.
You said they showcased Outer Wilds, right?
Yeah, it's like right at the beginning. Outer Wilds 2.
Yeah, I remember. I saw a video. I think it was today. about one of the flaws being like weak knees or something of that effect. Where crouched, you'll move faster, but if you stand up, your knees pop
Make noise.
and make noise and alerts anybody that's around you,
That's funny.
which makes it funny,
But all too
and could be,
real.
but all too fucking real.
Old age is getting to me. Pop, pop.
Yep. So then after that, they showcased DLC for Indiana Jones. Funny, we were talking about DLC. And then they showed the Game Freak game, which is called, let me get to the name of this. Beast of Reincarnation.
In fact, it's a Game Freak game and it's not Pokemon.
Yeah. But it is going to be a Souls-like game.
I don't know how to feel about
Souls
that.
like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Hmm.
In 100% honesty, I don't know how to feel.
I gotta look this up. What is it called?
Beast of Reincarnation. Of course, the other thing is they kind of give us a little bit of idea where this is taking place. So it's you're playing a female like samurai style character, but there's mechs, there's giant monsters. It takes place in 4072, like after damn near the extinction of the human race. I'm like, okay, you have my interest.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to wait for it to come out and actually see
it played and get your hands on it.
if a demo drops of it. I'm gonna have to try the demo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't want another Mortal Shell.
Official
Yep.
gameplay trailer.
It looks interesting, so I'm going to see what happens.
Yeah, we don't need another Mortal Shell or Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna see how that sells first before I hop on that train.
Yeah, we got more stuff for ESO, Elden Ring Online, Aphelion, which I looked at that, I was like, I don't know.
Elden Ring Online?
No,
Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls Online.
That's Elder Scrolls Online. What the hell?
I heard Elden Ring and I was like, wait a second. They have a what?
Elden Ring is online. They just don't have an MMO.
You know what I'm saying.
I know.
It's just not multiplayer like that.
I heard you say Elden Ring and my brain went, wait, back up a second. What?
You heard him.
I mean,
He didn't mistake anything.
if they did have something like that, I think our Elden Ring run would be a slightly simpler kit.
Yeah. Or way worse.
Or way worse, yeah.
Probably worse. Probably worse if we're speaking.
Yep. So, a lot of Xbox's stuff was like a lot of stuff that we've already seen. We're getting a little more information on them, just showcasing all the stuff that they have out. Because, that's Microsoft. They don't know how to do a showcase right anymore. The big surprise, and this is kind of like on the same vein of what happened at Sony's, is the new fighting game that they got to premiere. And that is the Invincible fighting game, which is a 3v3 tag that's brutal like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I saw like a trailer of that. That does look really interesting. I might get it. I don't know, but
What's weird for me is just like looking at it is in motion it looks interesting and cool, but at the same time it doesn't, because it's almost jarring with how some of the textures move, almost like they are stop motion animation.
Yeah, I could see that.
And that's what's getting me. But like in the game, from what we've seen, it looks pretty solid. It's gonna be bloody as hell, but
I
it looks
mean,
pretty
you
solid.
expect anything less from Invincible?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Just saying.
So yeah, that was Invincible versus. Then I get to couldn't find the tweet. I was going to tell the people told you so that with their partner with Square Enix, getting more with getting closer to Xbox, we're going to start seeing Final Fantasy games on the Xbox, and 16 would be on the Xbox. Guess what's coming to the Xbox? 7 remake, Rebirth, 16. Yeah, so they're doing that. That was interesting. Um I don't know, like the Microsoft one, like it's so hard to say, but they have some good hype stuff, and then they don't. And then they have things like Black Ops 7. I'm not hearing cheering. So, yeah, I think we're all about
Uh,
the same point about that. Like, we're done with fucking Call
okay.
of Duty.
Call of
I'm
Duty had
literally
its run,
tired of
but
Call of Duty.
they need to let it die.
I've played every single Call of Duty game that has ever came out. I love shooters, but at the same time, I hate them
I thoroughly enjoy
because
shooters. They just Call of Duty's ran its course.
it's the same. You got the same maps usually.
It's the same
Yes,
game, just different skin.
Yep.
yes, same game, different skin, same weapons, but
Different skin.
modified with another name.
Well, yeah, because they lost the licensing to use any railgun names.
And I'm just like, okay, so what we're actually using is this weapon. And so they did the same thing when they brought what is it? Warzone 2
Mm-hmm.
into this. And they just combined both Warzone 1 and 2. So now if you do Warzone, you can go back through if you had 6 or whatever it was in that whole little bundle, you could play as any of the characters that you had unlocked from the previous games. So it's all like money based, of course,
Oh yeah.
for skins, weapons, everything.
Yep. Always is. But yeah,
And I'm tired of spending that much money on a battle pass.
I was gonna say, like the funniest part about the entire thing is, and especially with the showcase, they had some cool hype stuff. The game for game is really exciting. Um, they did like literally the last half of their showcase was talking about Outer Wilds 2 and all the perks and stuff like that, and then Grounded 2.
Oh, they're
And
making another Grounded?
yeah, so that's what their showcase was, and then they're showing DLC and like, oh yeah, we're announcing that we're getting all the Final Fantasy games over on to Xbox, and everyone's like, cool, we already knew that was coming. We're just waiting for the day it was official, because of course you guys were. I was literally at FanFest when they announced that 14 was going to the Xbox and that they entered a new partnership with Microsoft with Xbox to get games over there. I'm like, oh cool, so we're gonna get all the Final Fantasy games over there. So it's no longer they won't be exclusive to PlayStation anymore. Which is not even true anyways because they're timed exclusive, and the last game of 7 will be time exclusive to PlayStation for probably like 3 months. I think it's like 90 days is what it is, but it's going to take, you know, for a year to program it for PC and for Xbox. So it's gonna be interesting.
Sounds about right.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Apologies. He got home with all of his pulls and stuff, and I had to go through and pick out things like a buzzard because I wasn't able to get anything.
So, but yeah,
What did I
Xbox.
miss?
It's just Xbox's showcase. Nothing major.
Oh, I don't
Round
care
of
about it.
two.
Yeah, like I said, that Beast game is probably like the only one that looks really interesting from Game Freak, just because it's a Souls like, so it's gonna be an interesting playthrough. Otherwise, like Black Ops 7, people being really excited. I'm like, this is the only reason it's still around is because it's so popular. Call of Duty is. It just needs to die. It really does. Let it
It really
die.
does.
That dead
Either
horse.
reinvent it or let it die.
That horse has been beaten to death, turned into glue, poured into mold, and beaten more. Like
It really
seriously,
is sad.
it's
Now they're trying to actually glue a horn to it to make it a unicorn.
unicorn. Just let it die, guys. Let Call of Duty die. Just let it take a few years off. Just
They don't know how to do that. They will literally have another one being made in the process.
they have
They will
one
crumble and
being
die
done.
before they let Call of Duty not release every single year.
they damn near did. They have 4 companies working on Call of Duty,
Which is insane.
Exactly.
I feel
and
I feel
they're
bad
they're
for those
working
guys,
on
honestly.
4 different Call of Duties, mind you.
Oh. Don't get me wrong. I love this. I could say I love the stories of some of them, but when the stories like literally are only a few chapters and you're just like, okay, here you go. You done with the story. You done all these missions. Now you can go ahead and just hop up into multiplayer,
And
hop into
die.
zombies and whatever, and just have fun killing your friends, getting basically killed by other people. Rage all you want.
Good luck with skill-based matchmaking.
That there is no fucking thing as skill-based matchmaking. Don't. Mm, I
Yes,
don't.
there is.
I do not believe in that bullshit.
You don't have to believe it. It's real.
It's real. It's just implemented horribly.
You talk about it as if it's Baba Yaga. It's a real thing.
It's real. It's a horrible thing because especially Call of Duty does not do it right. Where you'll get wins, and then you'll be in a or you'll be in
The
you'll
sweatiest slobby of
yeah.
of the next few games until you get like
th-
13 losses.
and then
And they're
they'll
like, oh, well,
then they
okay.
knock you down like, oh well, then you belong here. They don't have a middle ground. They have you're either stomping on noobs or getting murked by sweats. That's all you have. There is no
Hey,
ands, ifs, or buts. Hey.
So here's my thing is never actually, and I'm gonna talk for a second because I've been quiet. Um Pretty much what the thing about skill-based matchmaking, just as a small side tangent. Pretty much I've actually never really cared about it, especially when it comes to Call of Duty. Whenever I play Call of Duty, and this is just my specific experience, it's usually to do one of two things. It was either when I was in college, zonked out of my mind on Coca-Cola and being up at 4 a.m. cramming in for tests, and I needed to had something to unwind, so I would just listen to people scream racial slurs and that would make me laugh. So, or nowadays, it's to get on and enjoy it with my brothers and to get into private matches and us just fuck around, or we go into lobbies and just annoy the shit out of people. So, I don't know. Back whenever I play by myself, I don't really care about winning in Call of Duty anymore, if that makes sense. Because, like, it doesn't really seem like you play Call of Duty to win nowadays, unless you are playing ranked. But
You play to unlock more cosmetics, and they try and make it as grueling as possible and take as
don't
long as
remind me.
possible.
Oh, I actually have a small story about that. So I was playing Black Ops 6, right? I had
I'm
actually
sorry.
spent I had spent the prior few weeks before this happened grinding my account and getting every gun and everything unlocked. And like my brother, my big brother, was giving me shit, and he was like, "Well, hey, why haven't you prestiged yet?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Dude, you've been at prestige for like 2 weeks now." And I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I didn't really think about it. I've just been playing." And he's like, "Well, go ahead and prestige." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I go in prestige. This motherfucker, this bastard did not tell me that I lost all of my fucking progress upon prestiging. So everything that I did, all of my loadouts, all of my customizations, everything that I did for every single gun to unlock every single fucking attachment was gone in an instant, and I had to redo all of it. It was, dude, I did not talk to him for a week. I was so fucking pissed, dude. Oh god.
Yeah, that
Ah!
So
that's why
I
you never
have
prestige.
I have a little tangent about matchmaking,
Yeah.
skill based.
Mhm.
So if you're lobbied up with somebody, so you could say you're an average player, okay? Well, you have somebody that's on like the leader of the lobby. He's a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be hopping into the sweatiest fucking lobby of your life, and you're just gonna keep getting murked while he's over there constantly trying to rescue you, and you're like, I can't do shit. What am I supposed to do? It's not skill based for me, it's skill based on him. How is that gonna even out?
Hmm. Can you say that one more time, honestly?
Oh my god.
No, legit. I am saying that just because I'm genuinely like I want to figure out what you meant.
Okay, so I am sitting at a like a lower kill death ratio,
Mm-hmm.
while another person has maybe like a 3, close to a 3 to KD, which is, from what I'm being told, is a good kill death ratio. It could
Right.
be even higher. If you are literally matched with this person, it's gonna put you in a higher bracket that you're gonna have to fight against other sweats that will probably get you murked while your teammates off, usually running off on their own. Which, my luck, that's usually how it is.
Hmm.
So
So it's not really skill based for me because you're getting teamed up with someone like that in a way. I
so
feel like.
so if you're playing with a friend and they are the higher skill player and they're the lobby leader, it's always going to match make to their skill level, not yours.
Yeah.
The only way to match to your skill level is to be the lobby leader. But at the same time, you're the lobby leader and you have that really good friend, it's
Yep.
going to start matching you in that higher echelon, all those sweat rooms, because you've got this person who is dominating rooms, and then you're just like, I exist. Um,
Yes.
it
Basically.
it doesn't work very well. This my argument with skill based matchmaking has always been this: have skill-based matchmaking in ranked. You're doing ranked play and you're playing ranked. Skill-based based matchmaking makes sense because you are supposed to be fighting people equal to you or maybe slightly greater or slightly lower than you, but they should be in an area around you.
Never,
Look
never
at
really 3 above or 3 below.
yeah, look at how a lot of fighting games do their matchmaking with rankings. You're in this rank and you can fight people. You're in gold. You're in gold 1. You can fight anyone in gold and silver 1, and then diamond 3, like diamond 2 is like where you can kind of gauge type thing. So yeah, you can fight a whole bunch of people in a range, and that's how it works. What happens is there's a lot of games that do skill-based matchmaking and it's casual play, which is not what you want to do. And people bitch about it because like, well, if you're just getting home from work and you play, you might get randomly set up against some sweats and like have really bad players on your team. Is that how you want to enjoy? I'm getting into a casual match to play a game where I'm unwinding. If I get sweats in one game, the next game probably is not going to have sweats because they're going to be like we're going to get matched with a completely different group of people. It doesn't have to have any merit to it or skill to it. I'm playing to play, to have fun, not to sweat my life out trying to climb a rank. If I wanted to do that, I'm going to play ranked.
I mean, that's kind of why I stopped playing Tekken ranked, because it makes their rank system does make sense now a little bit, although there's
There's
little
always
tweaks that they need
issues.
to work on. Um, but like once you hit a certain wall, it's like you're beating that dead horse. And I'm just like I'm done. I can't do it. I'm tired of it. I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Sometimes you like when it comes to certain skill ceilings, some people can't break a skill ceiling, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. It happens. Um, Other people can find a way around it and progress. That's not saying anything against you or anyone that can never do that, because God knows I'm not the greatest. I'm pretty decent when it comes to 3D fighters, but you know, getting to like something like Tekken God, which is the upper echelon, yeah, that's not gonna happen for me. I know it's not gonna
No,
happen for me, but
not for
it's
me.
okay. But yeah, that's just it's a horrible thing, especially in casuals. You listen, if I've been playing a casual game, especially like a fighting game, I get on Tekken and I boot up casual and I get paired against a Tekken God. I know I'm gonna get my ass kicked, but it's gonna be like, all right, well, let's see what I can do against him. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, cool. The next match might be against a rookie that's just starting out, and you're going to decimate them. And then the match after that might be someone in your rank area. And the match after that, same thing. Match after that, same thing. Match after that, Tekken God of Destruction. And you're like, oh, fuck my life. It's not about like when it's a casual, you're not playing, you're playing to see how well you do, but you're not also worried about like gaining or losing points, and it's just for fun. And hell, most of those high rank people, they're playing a new character that they've never touched and they're just playing around. You might actually get wins on them because they're like, oh shit, I don't know anything about this character and I don't know the matchup at all. And then there's others that, you know, gonna kick your ass. Happens.
I mean, like the worst matchup for me in Tekken is always Alyssa, because of course her chainsaws, and
Mm-hmm.
She's super freaking tricky, but I also play a tricky character. So,
So
like, I guess it's even in that way, but
it is, which is again, that's the great thing. God, we got off on a weird tangent.
It was a
Talk
pretty weird
about
sorry.
tangent, but I've just kind of been listening.
going from talking about Call of Duty and then keen on skill-based matchmaking.
Into Tekken.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, no,
You would be.
yeah. And then like I said, Grounded 2 was the only other big announcement that they had. So nothing like again, Microsoft, I don't get it. I want them to have really hyped things, and they've had stuff in the past, but there was nothing there. It didn't hit any of the things, you know?
That it's hard.
Yeah. But yeah. And then of course, if you didn't get pre-release stuff, tomorrow's the official yep, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's the official release date of the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy crossover.
Yeah, I'm really sad because I'm probably not going to be able to get any of it for at least 4 to 5 weeks.
They're not going to restock till August.
I know. Don't remind me. I'm just
Nice,
not happy
Aerith.
about it.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be able to, and then life shit happened.
Yep. My 100 at time of pulling for pre-release, $110 Aerith.
Not bad.
Got the full artwork, Aerith.
That looks really nice. I need to get into another card game, but I really don't know what to do.
I've said it one time, and I'll say it again. We should play Magic sometime. There is tabletop sim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Magic's always fun.
I just play Master Duel and Yu-Gi-Oh. That's all I do.
Do you hate yourself?
Maybe.
I mean, I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but
I mean, I beat my head against a brick wall whenever I play any Souls-like game, so I guess I do hate myself at times.
That's okay. Ciao. Non-commander, standard deck.
I don't play standard. I play only.
You fucking.
Oh. I told you this the other day.
You play the game mode that literally was created by us, and then Magic Wizards of the Coast went, look what we're doing, and then made the rules even worse than what it was originally. Not to mention, why would you play Commander when Commander games usually take an hour and a half plus, when standard is like 30 minutes and you can get multiple games in?
That's what I like about them. It usually consists of a big group. Everyone has big decks, and it's a big game.
That takes
that's why I
all
fell in love
night to
with it.
fucking play.
Yeah.
I'd rather play like 6 or 7 matches of standard and swap through 6 or 7 decks that I can build. And I'm not limited to 1 card per deck.
I don't know what to tell you. I think standard's too boring.
You've never played standard then.
I have played standard. I've played it multiple times.
Commander,
I even went to multiple tournaments.
I'm going to state this. You know how Commander's played?
Yes.
I pay my land tap, do this. Okay. Your turn.
Yeah, it's that's first turn.
That's
You
exciting.
land.
That's fucking exciting. That's the
Yeah.
that's the definition, textbook definition of boring.
Maybe to you, but that's fun
You
to me.
literally have to nap to get through a game of Commander. That's boring.
Look, Commander isn't about fast pace, quick action like Standard is. It is slow, methodical thinking, to plan out your route to make sure that you can fuck over your opponents
And
or have diplomacy with other people to take out threats as well as create alliances as well as other things. It's a
okay.
different strategic side of the game that I enjoy.
Okay, if I'm going to do that, I'm just going to play Risk.
Risk is fun too, yeah.
Because that I'm going to get more enjoyment out of that, and I can backstab people way easier in that. Commander's just boring because it's the same fucking thing. Tell me, I helped create Commander.
I mean, you probably did. You're part of the age group that created it, yeah.
And even back then, we were like, "Yeah, this is fun, but this should never be an official game type. It's so boring."
Look, dog, I'm just saying, and I'm not saying you have to enjoy it. I'm just saying
Commander shit.
I enjoy Commander more because there's a part of it that speaks to me more than Standard does. And I have a lot of friends who I play with locally who enjoy it as well. I don't know what to say. It's also how I got into Magic with Standard. The person who taught me how to play Magic taught me how to play through Standard. And I played Standard for a little while. I went to tournaments. I played Standard competitively. However, I got very bored and very sad with the game because of Standard. And then I came upon Commander, and it brought back my love of Magic.
See, I hate Commander because it's literally it's the only reason Magic. We just talked about gatekeeping. Commander is the reason why Magic's ruined.
Why is that?
Because it's made it so popular that you can't get cards anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good thing.
Oh no, I was just saying, I was just agreeing with your point.
Commander made Magic so popular that it is a popular game, and because of that, now all we have is either people that play Commander and never have touched Standard and don't understand Standard and think it's dumb.
I don't think Standard's dumb. I'm just very bored with it.
It's because you got to play it right. And then
What do you mean play it right? I played it competitively.
No, you got to play it right. See, this is your issue, Chami. You went into the competitive scene. You never go into the competitive scene of a card game.
I played it casually for a long time and then played it competitively.
You never go into a competitive scene for a card game.
You never go full competitive.
Yeah.
Never.
In card games,
Ever.
Any love for a game, if you play it competitively, if you play a card game competitively, the moment if you play and you love it, the moment you go into competitive, you will lose all want to play that game because it is just the same 3 decks over and over and over again. It's in every game. Look at Magic, look at Pokemon. Pokemon's got 4 variants. Look at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, 6 now, actually.
Yeah, true. But everyone's gonna run the same metas, and it's just annoying. You never go competitive in card games. But the big thing is because it's popular, what does that bring in? Because it's popular. The one thing no one wants in any of their worlds. See if you can figure it out. Do you know what it is, Xiaomi?
Honestly, I kind of lost you for a moment. Can you say it one more time?
Fucking slacker.
No, it's not my fault. It cut out.
What's the one thing you don't want in any type of popular, any type of hobby? What's the one thing you don't want in there?
Animosity?
No. You're always going to have animosity. It doesn't matter.
Gatekeeping?
No, you want gatekeeping. You need to keep. You don't want it too popular, but you also want to make sure it gets people into it. So it's a very careful balance of gatekeeping. No, There's one thing when you open up the floodgates and let everyone come into that hobby. The one thing you don't want people to get, the one set of people you don't want in there.
Okay.
Come on, Chami, think about it.
I'm thinking. I'm doing my best. I'm rubbing my brain cells together.
Did I type it, Kit?
Yep,
I'm
he's typed it.
thinking. So you said. Okay.
And we're about to have another
Scalpers?
chow point down.
What'd you say, Chow?
Scalpers?
Yep.
But
Scalp-
scalpers are in every single game nowadays, not just card games.
Because we let them all in. Magic wasn't getting scalped, and then Commander became popular. So popular that scalpers went, oh, I can make money. The moment Commander became a popular thing is the moment we got scalpers in. And that is the moment that Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, scalpers are the worst things. I mean, look at the Switch too. You can get one. Look how the PS5 was. No one cared about the Xbox Series X and S. Scalpers ruin everything. This is why you have to gatekeep. Because scalpers will always ruin things. Scalpers won't get
Gatekeeping
into
is that very fine line.
yeah. Scalpers won't get into Warhammer. No matter how popular Warhammer 40K and Warhammer gets, scalpers will not get into that because they know, well, I could buy all of this, but then I'm going to be too broke to ship any of this. Because Warhammer, drugs would be cheaper.
Yeah, drugs would be cheap for Warhammer, honestly.
Oh, hold on. I have 3 models over here. Technically. These little guys on my stream. These models. Still don't have them all painted. So need to get back to doing that. But these guys. You want to know how? Tell me, do you want to guess how much that cost me for 3 of them? They came in a pack. It was a pack of 3 with a small little robot. Yeah, that cost me $55.
Jesus Christ.
That's 70, and it's only 1 model.
Oh, ooh, Doomsday.
And you gotta imagine
That's not including
to field an
paints.
army. To field an army, you need how many pieces, Kit?
Depending on the size of the game. If you do a 1,500 point game, which is going to take 3 hours, by the way, on average, you're looking. My army average 1,500 points. That, with what I spent, that costs me about $1,800. And I have about 4,000 points worth of army. So yeah, Warhammer 40K. Drugs would be cheaper.
Oh God.
People literally buy 1 piece, and there goes rent.
Yeah. So, some of these pieces can be. Again, they're a lot more reasonable nowadays, but still, at the same time, you look at some of it, you're like, okay,
If
so
you want to make an army.
yeah,
And then
your codex, the main
Here-
rule
here's the thing.
book, all your paints.
here's the other thing. When 3D printers became a thing, yeah, you can probably 3D print them, but you can't take them into legitimate games.
Can't take them into tournament games because they They know. They know. Games Workshop knows. So,
Even
yeah,
if it is probably cheaper to 3D print it.
it is. But yeah,
People wouldn't accept that, would they?
no, they won't.
No.
They know because actually their plastic that they use, even though you paint over it, their plastics that they use, they actually have a black light, and no matter how much you paint over it, there's an iridescent glow to them, like the correct iridescent glow, and it's not just a basic iridescent glow under a black light; it's a specialty one that they did. I don't know how they did it. Also, you if you have older models, they accept those ones because they're pewter. So kind of hard to really print something out of pewter because it's a metal, very poisonous metal too. So
I was gonna say, sounds yummy.
yeah. So yeah, they know in official tournaments. I will never go to an official tournament because
There's tournaments for Warhammer?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There's
Yeah.
tournaments for just about everything,
It's just about everything.
which
That's
is also
guys-
why you never go full competitive.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking Warhammer tournaments are huge, but that's because it's like a weekend event for the tournament, and it starts off with like 60 players, so 30 games, and they usually have to rent out like a huge ballroom for it. And they have like 80 judges because you can't do anything without a judge breathing down your neck in Warhammer. They're so like if you're like a half centimeter off or like out of range, where some people are like, yeah, I'll give it to you, like this is going to wreck me, but you're close enough. If you're that like half centimeter off, they're like, it's an invalid shot, you may not take your shots. And you're like, I'm no. Oh, these muscles aren't quite touching the base here and here, therefore you only get 5 melees, not 7 melees. That dice is slightly discolored, therefore we think it's weighted, you're banned.
Oh God.
They are, oh, yeah, they're horrible.
That
I
That
don't
is a
think I would be able
gatekeeping.
to deal with that.
Yeah.
That is a gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I don't think I would be able to deal with all that.
I can't. I've watched it and like listened. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm so glad I played this casually.
The only
I-
reason I know anything about it, my line of work, you tend to find those people and they
Yep.
talk.
But all right, actually, you know what? A little bit over, but that's fine. We took some breaks here and there, but I say that's it. Yeah, that's a good episode. So let me go ahead and
That was a lot of fun.
It
Sorry for
was.
being a little quiet there for a little while.
you were talking to your
Plenty of
roommate.
laughs.
You were plenty of
Yeah,
laughs.
Plenty of
That-
laughs.
That's fine. You stopped digging.
Yep. But
Well, I mean, I still technically
You were fully buried.
you're fully buried. You stopped digging. You just accepted your fate.
We gotta talk about the Metal Gear stuff after stream.
Yes. But all right. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and close this out here. So as always, thanks everyone for swinging by on the UnNerded podcast. I was joined today, of course, by myself, Kit, Chow Me, Last Avenger, and of course my modern friend Z. Thanks everyone for checking us out, and we will see you all in the next one. Until then, take care.
Hi guys.
Okay, recording stopped, and of course for Twitch and YouTube, thanks everyone for hanging out with us tonight. I am going to actually on Twitch side, I think maybe we'll see active Why is there a Smash tournament on the main page? I don't. Never mind.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Yeah, I don't want answers to them. We're gonna right off to Zombie on the Twitch side, YouTube. I will see you guys all later. Twitch side, I will see you guys later. I'll see you about Saturday stream, but otherwise, yeah. Thanks everyone. We will see you guys all in the next one. Of course, till then. All right. Till then, take care, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.